y'all, welcome to BA's World. If y'all watched my last video, my 90-day reset, y'all could see some things are different. I had to get my hair done. I was not doing a good job. My hair was matted up. I hadn't bought anything to try to style my hair. Yeah, I had to get some braids, and I went on and got my eyebrows done professionally. I just was walking around looking crazy. And I really don't think that's what God wanted me to do. Maybe I just went a little too far on what I needed to cut back on. I'm not gonna be spending a whole bunch of money. Like, these will probably last me at least 2 months, and they're real cute, y'all. But yeah, so, and I'll give an update on that probably a little later. I like how it's going, because it's going good. But anyway, so today I want to actually talk about or give you 10 reasons why you probably are not losing weight. So first off, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist. I am working on that certification. I am a group instructor, a group exercise instructor, and I'm working on the nutritionist certification and the weight management specialist certification. So that's coming soon, but as of now, I'm no doctor, I'm not a nutritionist or anything like that. This is just stuff that I know from my own experience, helping other people lose weight. And yeah, so hopefully these tips can help you. And it's real pretty out here, but that wind is up. Yeah. So hopefully these 10 things can help y'all or anybody who's struggling to lose weight start making the progress that they want, making the progress that that you want to make before summer. So you can wear your summer dress or your summer skirt, shorts, whatever you want to wear, be comfortable. So, okay, so tip number 1 is you're eating too much, or well, maybe reason number 1. I'm going to say reason number 1 why you're not losing weight. You are eating too much food. You say, well, no, I'm not. You are. You're eating too much. It's okay. So what I use is I use the Lose It app. I'll probably put like a picture up here, or I put a picture in here. That Lose It app, I love it. It's very simple. I have tried MyFitnessPal before. It's okay. It does the same thing, but I don't know, I just didn't really like it. Lose It, I love Lose It. It's just simple. You put it in there. You tell them your weight loss goals. It tells you how many calories you need to eat. And then you track your food, and it shows you, of course, the calories, but it also shows you your fats, protein, carbs, sodium, all that. So you can really see how much you're eating, and more than likely you're probably eating too much. That's just, I mean, you have to accept that. What they say, the first step to healing or something is denial. Like, accept that you're eating too much food. Okay, so that's reason number 1. Okay, so number 2. So number 2 is you may not be eating enough food. I'm in a couple like fitness groups on Facebook, and the stories that people write, man, I be feeling so bad sometimes, because there are a lot of people that really do not understand like how the body works, and so they're working like super hard and they're not getting the progress that they want. So for example, there was this one lady, she was doing strength training, she was doing cardio, she was doing all this stuff, y'all. She was only eating 920 calories. I'm just glad she was in the hospital. You have to, it's just like a car. Like, you have to put fuel in your body in order for it to run, in order for it to do what you need it to do. So most of the time they say you don't go under 1,200 calories. Now, you might do a fast. People do fruit fasts. Sometimes people do water fasts. You need to do your research. You need to talk to your doctor. Don't just be doing different stuff and you don't know how it's going to affect your body. But a lot of that stuff you don't do long term. And if you're doing that small of amount of calories, you're not doing strenuous workouts. So you're not doing strength training and cardio and all this stuff. You're not doing all that. You're probably supposed to do like light exercise, which usually is, you might take a couple free weights, you might go walk around the park, stuff like that. so that you don't do too much with low fuel. Okay, so 900 for what that lady was doing was way too low. If you don't know what you need to be eating, get the, and I'll probably put a picture up here or be on the next little part. Do the TDEE calculator, and that'll tell you like how many calories you need to maintain your weight, to lose weight, to, is it gain weight? I think, yeah, to gain weight. I think all three of them are on there, and it'll even tell you like the protein and everything you need. So those between the Lose It app to see, you know, if you're eating enough or if you're eating too much, and then the TDEE calculator, that should help you figure out like what range you need to be in. Okay, so reason number 3, you might need a cleanse or a laxative. So if you've been eating unhealthy, more than likely like your colon is clogged up, you're backed up, you got all kind of crap in there that you need to get out. So you need to do a cleanse of some sort. So I have personally used, what is the name? Smooth Move is a tea. You can get it from Kroger's. I think it's like $3 or $4, and it's not harsh. I take it at night. Usually I would do 2 days in a row. When I was like in what to me was perfect shape, I would do it every Sunday, and I was eating pretty clean, so it got to a point where it wasn't much coming out, but it was keeping me, I feel like, keeping my stomach bloated and all that down. But it's all types of cleanses you can get on Amazon. They have colon cleanses. They have like the pills you can do 7 days. You can even do, you know, just cut back like for a couple days, like I said, and just do raw vegetables, lean protein, and fruit, and do that for a few days, get everything flowing and the way it should be, and then, you know, get back on a regular diet to where you get enough calories in. That will keep you from losing weight. If you have a whole bunch of backed up crap in there that's not coming out, it's just sitting there and you're doing all this stuff, and really you just need to take a lot of number 2s to get all that mess out of there. Okay, so that's number 3. So let's go to number 4. Number 4, so kind of on the, while we're on the end of not getting enough well, being backed up, you may not be eating enough fiber. So fiber comes in, you get it from a lot of vegetables. Of course, you can get it from fruits, apples, and then you can always get fiber supplements. And I do that sometimes just to make sure, like to keep everything flowing. I'll give me like, you can get those on Amazon, Walmart, wherever, Kroger's. You can get a fiber supplement. Of course, if you have any type of like stomach issues, like IBS or what else, I can't think of another one, but you want to check with your doctor, because you know you don't want to mess anything up. But you have to get fiber in. You have to get fiber in so that you can use the bathroom and you're not holding on to like a lot of crap, because that will keep you from losing weight. And fiber, I'm gonna say also like slash protein. You have to get protein in. Your body needs protein. You can do protein shakes, of course, you know, meats. There's some vegetables that have protein in it. There's some like green vegetables like broccoli. There's beans that have protein in it. You just need to look it up and you know, get that stuff in. If you don't have enough protein and you're lifting weights, your body is not gonna do what you want it to do. So you need to get the protein in, and getting like calculating what you need based on your height, weight, age. That will help you determine how much protein you need. Some people do like is it an ounce of protein per pound? But some of it to me is a little extreme. So I probably, me personally, I just try to get over 100 grams of protein. That's what I personally do. But you have to look it up and figure out what's good for you, or try it out, see what's good for you. All right, I'm looking down because I wrote this stuff down, y'all. Okay, so that was 4. So number 5, okay? So you could have another reason. The 5th reason you could not be losing weight like you want to could be a hormone imbalance. You could be dealing with PCOS. You could have thyroid issues. You need to go to the doctor. If you feel like you're really doing, so you're tracking your calories, you're working out, you're doing all this stuff, and you're still not losing weight, you need to go make sure everything is working properly. For me, I've dealt with PCOS. There's a lot of different types of PCOS. I didn't know that. I bought a couple books from Amazon, and if I can figure out if I go back and see the author or whatever, I'll put that in here. But that's when I realized it was so many different types, and that each type, let's see how to say it, each type requires a different type of exercise or a different type of dieting to be successful. So just for example, if you have insulin resistance, which is what I have, you might not need to be doing like a lot of HIIT, extreme cardio and stuff like that. That may not be beneficial for your body. So what may be good for you, and what I do a lot of, is strength training and just like low impact cardio. And this is just me personally. I call it the upside down pyramid way of eating. So what I try to do is I try to get most of my stuff in early, like high protein meals, my vegetables, all of that stuff. I try to get it in early. If I don't get in enough vegetables, then at the end of the day, like when I get home, I'll make sure I give me like a cup of broccoli, some green beans or something. But I try to make my meals like start here and decrease as the day go on. So then once I stop eating between like 7 and 8, and then I want to start back into the next day, especially if it's the day that I work out, then I start with like high protein. Like for a while I was doing protein pancakes, turkey sausage and eggs for breakfast. That would be after my workout. So that's how I would start my day. So right there, boom, I got in a whole lot of calories right there. A whole lot of protein in that one meal. And then of course I had my protein bars, my protein shakes. And as the day would go on, I would just decrease. So we would kind of get down to like where I'm just having a protein shake and then an orange and then a protein bar and maybe another piece of fruit, and then we start over again the next day. And it worked for me. Also like incorporating green tea, that helped me not be as hungry, and you know, that boosts your metabolism too. So go to the doctor if you think it's more than you just eating too much or doing not moving enough. Go to the doctor and make sure everything is moving the way it should. All right, y'all, so number 6, you're not moving enough. You're not moving enough. So there's not enough cardio going on. I know a lot of people are working from home, so you might go work out your 3 days at the gym with your trainer, or you might go by yourself. But then the other 4 days, you're not doing anything. Like, you're just sitting at home, waiting for the next day to go to the gym. That's not gonna cut it. Not right now. Like, I don't know about if you're in high school or early 20s, that might work okay for you. However, I'm 35. Baby, that don't work for me. I need to move. I need to be moving. I can do my 3 or 4 days at the gym, then I need to be walking. I need to get some cardio in. I need to do something the other days in between. So take a look at what you're doing now and really ask yourself, am I moving enough? Am I just sitting around on the days that I'm not at the gym? I'm not saying you have to go to the gym and do something, but you can just walk around your neighborhood. You can go to the park and walk. You can walk around your house, go up and down your steps. It really doesn't matter. But you need to move. You need to have movement. I would suggest getting free, like the free weights, like the 5, 8, 10 pounds, and have those at home. And when you're just sitting around not doing nothing, pick up those weights and do some chest press and some curls and take them out here and here. You know, just move. Get some jumping jacks in. Go outside, do some jump rope, 100, 200. You know, slowly work your way up if you need to, but do something. Don't just sit around on your days off and not, be active, because it's not enough for most women and men. You need to do something. Now, a lot of people, they call them like active resting days. So they might not do anything extreme, but they might go for a hike, or they might just get up early that day and, like I said, come to the park and walk. And that's being active. That's moving. Okay. Okay, so number Number 7 is very important, vitamin deficiency. A lot of people have a vitamin D deficiency, and I think it's more common in African American women for whatever reason. But you need vitamin D, so go right now. More than if you're watching this video, go get you some vitamin D. Go get some vitamin D. And if you haven't had your blood work done in a while, like you haven't went to the doctor and got all your levels checked, go do that, because having the right level of vitamin D, your B vitamins, that helps with metabolism, all that, that makes a difference, and that will slow you down. So for example, when I was in college, that was my senior year of college, I had just blown up. Now right now, I tell y'all, I'm in a weight loss, I'm on a weight loss journey. This is as big as I have ever been, and it's okay. I'm working on it. I'm in the gym. I'm actually training somebody else, and she's doing so good. And it's gonna be better. It's gonna be better. Every month it's gonna get better and better, so I'm not worried about it. But yeah, back to the story. So it's like I was just blowing up, and to me, I was not eating that much to look how I was looking. And so I finally went to the doctor, got my levels checked, and I had a vitamin D deficiency. The doctor told me that when your vitamin D is very low, I can't remember, she told me, I looked it up, but your body is incapable of digesting or consuming calcium. So basically you just start to blow up, and like you can see it in my face and everything. So you in vitamin D, also your mood, stress, anxiety. Just look it up. Look at the side effects of a vitamin D deficiency. There's nothing good about it. So from my own personal experience, I would suggest getting a vitamin D supplement, some type of B, so B6, B12, B complex, a multivitamin. And then if you're doing like a lot of strength training to where you're using your, of course, using your muscles a lot, I would get omega, what is it, omega 3s, omega 6, omega 3s, I believe. Get one of those. And then magnesium is good too, but at least those 4. So vitamin D, some type of B vitamin, a multivitamin, and then some kind of fish oil supplement. Yeah, so that's very important, very, very, very important. So if you haven't checked on that and you're struggling, you need to check on that. Okay, all right. Number 8. Okay, water. I don't want to say it's the most important, but it is very important, because all of them are important. You have to drink water. Another story I saw on one of the fitness pages on Facebook. The girl was talking about all the stuff she was doing and nothing's happening. And so I was like, well, I asked her, well, how much water are you drinking? She said a little less than 32 ounces. Baby, you are dehydrated, okay? 64 ounces is to avoid dehydration. So that means at least 4 16-ounce water bottles you need to consume a day. That's just to stay hydrated. So a rule of thumb, I say, like, if you're over 200 pounds, your goal should at least be half of your body weight. If you can't get to that point, or you're just struggling, you just have a hard time with water, at least 80 to 85 ounces. What I have found with that is it keeps you from holding on to water weight. If you don't drink enough water, your body is gonna hold on to the water that you do drink. So you're gonna look extra bloated. You're just gonna feel like you're wasting your time. And really, at the end of the day, you're dehydrated, and your body doesn't know when they're gonna get more water. So it's holding on to what it has. You have to drink water, okay? I don't care. Put fruit in there, put lemon, cucumber, strawberry, blueberries, whatever you want to. Put it in there, but you have to drink water. Water is your friend. Water is your friend. I had a client that I was working with last winter, well, like November, December, and she was a part of like a health challenge, and she was getting frustrated. So usually when people are having trouble losing weight, I'll start talking through everything. Okay, so what are you doing this? Are you doing that? What you eating? Like what kind of snacks you having? What time you stop eating? You know, stuff like that to figure it out. And I always ask, how much water do you drink? And it was the water. So I told her, I said, give like the next 3 days, drink this amount of water, and then let me know when the weight that you are worried about losing fall off. Sure enough, I think it was like 2 days, y'all, and it fell off. She was like, it was the water. It's like, exactly. Water is so important. So some of y'all, you may be doing everything right. Like you may be doing the right calories, you may be working out, you may be doing cardio, you're doing everything right except drinking enough water. So get you some water, okay? So think about it like this. If you're a water bottle type of person, drink 5 to 6 water bottles if you want to make sure everything's flowing good, for 5 to 6. If you got the 40-ounce Stanley cup, it's just 2. Fill it up early in the morning, fill it up one more time, bam, you got 80 ounces in. If you really rather do the 32 ounces, you know, water bottles or whatever, so that means you're gonna need to do at least 3 of those, because you got 32, 64. You're gonna need one more to take you over that hump, because you want to go past what you need to be hydrated. And then what's another one that usually comes? 24 ounces. Some of them come in 24 ounces, so that means you're gonna need 4 of those. Okay, so water. All right, so number 9, stress. Stress will, and y'all made a Facebook post one time about this. Stress will keep you fat. Now for some people, they'll stop eating when they get stressed. But I feel like the older you get, stress creates different issues like cortisol levels that have you looking bloated and stuff like that. You can do your own research on cortisol. It just, you know, it can just keep you in a slump. I've taken medication before, like a little bit after I had my baby. I don't take it anymore. I have seen stuff like ashwagandha, I think, that helps with that, but I think it also has some side effects, make you a little bit excited at times, if you know what I mean. But I think it helps with stress. But you can look into your own things, but yeah, stress will definitely make it harder for you to lose weight. And then if you're stressing like about losing weight, you're gonna make it more difficult on yourself. So my opinion in that is lock in. I believe in God, so when it comes to stuff like that, I lock in with God at the same time and ask God to help me stay focused, do what I need to do, and don't worry, just work. You know, just do what you know to do, just work and watch. Over time, it's gonna happen. So try not to stress about losing weight. If you're stressing about other things, try to find things to help you relieve the stress. So for me, working out helped me relieve stress. Go get a massage. Let's see, meditate. What else? It's gonna get warm, so going to the pool. What else? Write, journal. That helps with stress and stuff like that. So yeah, so just figure out what's gonna help you with the stress, with your stress, or go to a therapist. I went to therapy a while back, and I love her. I'm gonna start going again. But that helped me a lot with stress. And when I was going to her, I was losing weight also. So yeah, stress can keep you fat, guys. So gotta work on the stress. So number 10, guess what it is? Rest. Rest. You have to get rest. And that's what I'm working on now, because I have a 17-month-old, and I've been getting up early to 3 days out the week to go train. So if I don't get into bed early, which we never really get into bed super early, and then I don't get enough sleep. And then if he decides he wants to wake up at like 2:30, and then I have to get up to go train at 5, and I'm not gonna come home and go back to sleep. I'm just gonna go train, come back home, take my shower, get ready, and go to work. So that's one thing that I'm working on now, is getting enough rest. There's certain things that your body is supposed to be doing during those time periods of rest, like the 7 or 8 or 9 hours you're supposed to be sleeping. Your body is, you know, doing certain things that will help you, that will aid in your weight loss. Some of you guys may actually weigh less than you think, but your body is not going through the full process. And I had to think about this one time. So for example, I was going to sleep late. So we'll just say one day I woke up and I went to bed at like 11. And then I was up at, say, 4:30. And I would hop on the scale and go, I mean, my weight is too high, or my scale hasn't moved. Baby, I haven't even been asleep probably a good solid 4 hours. No, the scale hasn't moved because I haven't even been asleep long enough for my body to, you know, do what it's supposed to do. So if I got on the scale, let's say 8, so from 11 to 8, I guarantee you the weight on that scale is gonna be lower if I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. So some of you all might be getting up, like going to bed at 11 or 12 and then hopping on the scale at 4, like, dang, I don't see anything. Give it some time. Like, even if you're not asleep, take some time from, just say you got up at 4. So go from 4 to 8 and don't eat, okay? So you went to sleep at 11 or 12, you got up around, you had to get up early at 4. Don't eat until 8, and before then get on the scale and then see if the weight is making sense of what you're doing, because while you're sleeping, your body is, you know, also fasting because you're asleep. So that's another that's more of a tip to lose weight. The fasting part is not really a reason why you're not losing weight, or it could be for some people, but I'll do another video on tips to lose weight. But anyways, y'all, so I just wanted to drop these reasons in there, and hopefully some of these resonate with somebody and they're like, oh crap, you're right, I'm not drinking enough water, or dang, maybe I am eating too much, or I did just only eat like some crackers and a piece of bread. You know, people, you'd be amazed at stuff people eat. So yeah, comment below if this video helps you, or if you experienced any of these and made changes, or yeah, just let me know your experience and we'll just go from there. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.